Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the first walk we take where World War III has officially started. I'm not happy about it. You shouldn't be either. But stolen elections have consequences. Israel is now under attack from Iran, while Israel is fighting Lebanon. And I'm pretty sure this is going to escalate into something really bad very quickly. I'm still processing what's going on, as I'm sure you are as well, and you realize the dire consequences of what happened with Israel being attacked, which they're currently being attacked right now as I'm walking. Their first missile barrage of 100 missiles apparently have gotten through the Iron Dome, because the Iron Dome is not something that's wholly designed for hypersonic missiles, which apparently Iran has now. This is a really bad development for a whole bunch of political reasons as well, because the UN has made it clear that they're not really supporting Israel. Our current leadership in the White House has been iffy at best on defending Israel. So we have a lot of problems. All that needs to happen, besides Iran getting involved, is somebody like Saudi Arabia, who does not like Iran, who has said they will defend Israel, even though they have their differences. But that's based on peace and oil markets with the United States and other countries. So now a lot of people are going to be advocating for Joe Biden to send a very stern message to Iran militarily that this will not be accepted, and do a massive attack on Iran's infrastructure, which is going to kill innocent Iranian people who do not hate the United States. They hate their own government. Consequences of that would be disastrous for the oil markets, the economy, the stock market, your job, and our financial well-being. Actually, I don't want to cross today. I'm going to be belligerent. So anyway, how's your day going? Hope you're having a really beautiful day today, despite this terrible news. And it is terrible news. So say a prayer for peace. This is all happening because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris relinquished $6 billion and lifted sanctions on Iran and got rid of the Iranian nuclear arms deal. Foolishly, stupidly, ignorantly, to appease leftists. And now what do we have? We have Iran that has money now. They've been selling natural gas and oil to Russia and China. And nobody's doing anything about it because we have terrible leadership, actually no leadership in Washington. People like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to get everybody killed. The media is going to try to spin this as rah, rah, rah for Biden and Harris. The simple fact is we're getting into Armageddon. We are getting into World War III. And these fools are cheering it on. And it really bothers me. When Trump was president, we had Palestine, Israel, and other people sitting down, signing a peace deal. And with Biden and Harris, we have incompetence and war. And this has to end this year, okay? Trump has to win. People of the United States cannot be foolish enough to fall for this freaking scam that Kamala is. Polling indicates that they're not, thankfully. But the election is going to be a nail-biting nightmare until we know for sure. Then we got this stuff going on in Georgia and North Carolina. I have seen residents of North Carolina on NBC News, no less, asking where Joe Biden is. Not a press conference, nothing. They have gotten nothing. She said FEMA is not on the ground. Government agencies aren't doing anything yet. And from what I've seen, one quick little photograph I saw, the first government agency on the ground in Georgia is the ATF, if you can believe that. I have no idea why the ATF would be responding to a hurricane. But alas, there they are. So now we have a mess. I saw a report today that dozens of children's bodies have been found in North Carolina from the flooding. And Biden and Harris are nowhere to be seen. The only person that's done anything proactive has been Donald Trump. And I hope the voters see that. So what the residents of North Carolina are upset with is there was no official press briefing. There was no FEMA press conference with Biden. They didn't take it seriously. And I'm hoping this turns into Joe Biden's Katrina that's stuck with George Bush for his entire presidency because it took so long to act. And then Joe Biden says, we released $500-something million in aid. That's all we can do. There isn't going to be any more. That's literally what he said after okaying $2.5 billion for Ukraine. Now, tell me with a straight face why the hell anybody would ever vote for these people unless it's just a vote against Trump. Problem is, Trump is so good and powerful at what he does that the entire left doesn't care. They're willing to burn down our justice system, shred the Constitution, endure World War III, just so we don't have this mythical beast, Orange Hitler Trump. It's insanity. So hopefully this will turn out to be a positive in the polling for Trump, which I think it will. It's pretty close to the election. It's not going to show up for another week or two. And the sideshow reminder, okay? Just as a reminder, J.D. Vance is debating Tim Walz tonight. And I'm pretty sure Israel is going to be one of the topics of discussion, whether the moderators want it or not. J.D. Vance needs to hand that to them. My prediction is Tim Walz is not going to do very well against J.D. Vance. he's going to come in with his usual talking points, and that ain't going to work with J.D. Vance. He is a very smart, articulate man who is very sharp. So you're definitely going to want to watch that tonight. I will be watching it for sure. So with that, it just really burns my ass that this whole Middle East thing is blowing up because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. The Afghanistan withdrawal sent a message to the rest of the world that these people are incompetent. They're going to be a carpet. And when asked, what are you going to do if Iran, what do you have to say to Iran about attacking Israel? Biden just says don't. And then in a recent interview, Kamala Harris said don't. I'll echo what Joe Biden said. Well, they did. You know why? Because nobody's afraid of you. Because you're incompetent fucking morons and you're starting World War III and nobody is afraid of you. You're not going to do anything. And I'll tell you honestly, if Biden and Harris actually do something, it's going to be something disastrous and really terrible. So we're being led by fools into World War III, and I can't believe people are voting on. I can't believe there's anybody that's going to support Kamala Harris. I just cannot believe it. What is wrong with these people? Oh, anyway, I'm getting my walk in today for the exercise. I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy it or not, but I figured it'd be good to get some fresh air, do some walking. The leaves are turning now, finally, as you can see in the distance. I want to try to get a good view of the hillside. That's up ahead here. See that? The leaves are starting to turn in the distance there. So after we get off the crest of this hill up ahead here, I'll flip the camera around. I'm probably just going to look angry. I don't like to look angry. I'm really not happy about what happened. Whew. Got the blood going today. Oh, we got a new Trump flag up ahead. Look at this. All right. Well, we'll flip the camera around. At least you got to see the new Trump flag on my route. So anyway, how you doing, everybody? I was just zoning out, thinking of something. I mean, what the hell is going on that a Kamala Harris is even a fucking candidate? How the hell does that even happen? Picked because of diversity. They admitted that on the White House website. Says she was, you know, they support DEI, and Kamala Harris is an example of it, it says. That's what it says. Now we get this crap. People dying in North Carolina and Georgia, and she's at a fucking fundraiser in San Francisco, $250,000 a plate with celebrities. Can't be bothered. The excuse is, oh, well, there's an emergency going on. We would just get in the way and hamper things. But when Trump is president, he has to get to Puerto Rico just as the storm blows out of town, right? See how that works? I absolutely hate these people. I hate the media. I literally hate them. I do. I'm not supposed to talk like that, but you know, I've had enough of this garbage. I really have. That's it. I'm done with it. These people are destroying everything. They're destroying us, the media, judicial system, our three-letter agencies, everything. They're destroying society, civility, and it has to end. We all saw what it did to Europe. It's not going to happen here. It's not. The real chance for civil war will be if Kamala Harris wins and she was installed by cheating again. People aren't going to take that, and I don't blame them. So, this stuff really burns my ass, man. It really does. I'm gonna hang a left up here. We'll see what the countryside looks like with the leaves turning. I'll flip this around. I'll walk up this way. I don't mean to get so upset about it, but son of a bitch, man. These fucking people are destroying everything. Feel helpless. You know? Then Trump wins in November. They're going to do everything possible to keep him out of the White House anyway. So this is going to be a constant flow of irritation and anger. And let's say Trump loses legitimately. Let's say he loses legitimately. Hi, fellas. Hi. There's the pigs. Hi, fellas. They're just hanging out. Must be boring to be in their pen all day. They're probably happy somebody's coming by. So, I get really angry about this stuff because, the older you get, you understand from past history why what's going on right now is really bad. It's the worst. It's worse than anything that's ever happened. The only thing that would be worse is how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris handle it. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to try to handle it in a way that helps Kamala in the election. And that's not the right way to do things either. These people are incompetent. Their security staff does everything, and they just go check in with Biden. They let him know what they're doing. At least you hope they let him know. We don't even know if they're being fully informed because they're so stupid. So anyway, I'm going to lift this up so you can see the hills. So I just wanted to get another shot before we leave. I don't know how far in the distance you can see. I don't have zoom on this, but it looks nice. So anyway, the world is going crazy right now, and the other thing that happened when Tel Aviv got attacked was there was a bus station. 2 armed terrorists were shooting Israeli citizens in a mass shooting. That also happened. There's quite a few dead and injured. And I saw a video of people lying dead at the bus stop. That happened a little while ago. So my recommendation to you, if you haven't already, is to arm yourselves. Train, do it legally, and because we don't know what's coming to this country with all these illegals that were let in. I'm sure something bad is going to happen. I don't know what that's going to be. Really have no idea. But it's getting real, folks. What everybody has feared their entire life, okay, about World War III, is now on the verge of happening because of these fools in DC, Biden and Harris, and the UN, NATO. That doesn't include what's going on with Russia. What do you think happens if Iran mounts an invasion of Israel, coinciding with Lebanon? Well, the first thing Israel's going to do is they're going to retaliate with nukes because they have them, and they'll be rightful for doing so, unfortunately, because if they don't, they won't exist. So it doesn't take too much to figure out the lesser of two evils. And what happens if that happens with Russia and China having to do with Ukraine? while everybody's dealing with Israel and stuff, who's to say Russia's just not going to roll over Ukraine? Just as both sides are looking to have peace. You know, we're waiting for Trump to get elected. Everybody's waiting for Trump to get elected. Voters have to make this too big to rig. They need to show up and vote. Everybody needs to vote. Everybody. So, get off your ass, ask for a ballot, fill the fucking thing out, and hand deliver it to your mailman when he comes to the house. Here's my ballot. There's ballot drop-off boxes outside city halls. You don't trust it in the mail? You know, and again, I apologize. I usually don't use profanity on my videos, but I'm fucking pissed. I can't believe they're doing this shit. Actually, I can. That's why I'm upset. It's like I almost knew, well, eventually, this is what we're going to get with Joe Biden. I knew that when they said he was president in 2021 and they swore him in. Watching our establishment government locking up patriots for political persecutions. Really makes me mad. It really does. If it doesn't make you mad, then there's something wrong with you. I didn't want to see Armageddon in my lifetime, you know? I really didn't. I don't think we can escape it at this point. Even if Trump gets in there, how much damage has been done, you know? Well, let's flip this around. At least we get a nice view today. It is a nice looking fall day. Got a Corvette here. Pretty sleek looking wide wheelbase. Still a little mild today, 66 degrees. I'm wearing a long sleeve with a shirt over it because I didn't know if it was going to feel cool or not. And that sign right there for Clement, a Republican, I noticed on the last walk I took, I mispronounced his name. I called him Bill Clement. Bill Clement was a former NHL player and NHL commentator. I confused the names. It's actually Lee Clement. Lee Clement, running for office. As we get some nice foliage starting to come out finally. It's only been a couple days since we walked this route, and it wasn't this fall looking foliage wise. So this is all in just a couple, 3 days. But this should be a nice looking walk through this stretch, if this is any indicator. Got a Mustang coming. I like driving my Mustang. I obviously don't drive my Mustang on my walks, but I do love Mustangs. Some pretty looking trees here. The only thing missing today is some sunshine. These would really be sparkling pretty nicely today, actually, but they still look pretty good. We'll be taking more walks on this route over the next week or two. A lot of side roads off these roads. I don't know where all of them go. A lot of them is just private property. Off to the side here. There's a school bus coming. So here we are, walking in World War III. Hope you enjoy the view. I was hoping and praying we could get through Biden without this happening. I really did. I was really hoping. I watched this car come in here. They saw me, which is always nice. So anyway, we got the debate tonight, and I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see the debate tonight. I believe it's on CBS. And I also believe it's going to be, mics will be on at all times, and there'll be no fact checking. Supposedly, that's the rules. So, apparently, ABC did fact checking on the debate, and it actually hurt. It actually hurt Kamala Harris because Trump was fact-checked on some things, and it turns out that he was actually right, and they said he was lying on national TV, and I think a lot of people went and researched what he said. So over here we've got a Trump sign. See that? So we've got a Trump Vance. Trump Vance sign here. So that is a new sign. I've been seeing a lot of new signs lately. Closer you get to the election. We are walking through a Trump area here. This is Trump country where we're walking. You've been on other walks with me where there's a lot of Harris signs and people are afraid to put their Trump signs out because they'll get stolen. So you will see a sign or two of Harris out here, but they're far and few in between, and nobody's going to steal those because we don't do that crap. So so there's that. Now the other thing I noticed while I'm walking is sometimes you can hear the camera creaking. I'm really not sure what's doing that because it does that even with not using this extension. So I don't know what's causing that. I think it might be just a matter of tightening things up, I guess. So anyway, I'm going to do my part. I should get my ballot. They said the week of October 7th, we will get the ballot for the election. I think October 7th they're going out. In Maine here, you have voting is legal 30 days before the election. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to put them in the mail October 5th. And then we'll get them around the 7th, which is what I think they meant by that. Regardless, today is October 1st, 2024. So hopefully we can get through the election without having nuclear Armageddon between now and then. But I can't tell you what's going to happen, and I can't promise you anything. I do know that nobody is safe right now. Your family is not safe right now. I'm not safe right now, and nobody's safe. So with that, we'll give the world a moment of silence. Well, folks, I hope we make it. Pray to God, pray, pray, pray. The world is in dire trouble right now. We have people in Europe losing their freedom and liberties. Tyrannical governments have taken over. We got this crap in the Middle East. We have this stuff going on at home. This is really bad. I can't find anything good other than we might be able to get Trump elected. That's all I have for hope right now. All of this is going on right now because people didn't like mean tweets. What a joke. It is in mankind's nature to destroy ourselves, apparently. asking me, what the hell did I just stop for? Well, somebody threw a Bible. Somebody threw a Holy Bible off the side of the road. And I'm going to keep it. I have no idea why anybody would do that. Who would throw a Bible away? Kind of wet. I'm going to salvage it. Nice Bible. All right. Well, never thought I'd find a Bible on my walk, especially one that somebody threw away. I'm going to take it home with me. Maybe it's got information inside of who owns it. Resuming walk. I had to take a couple of pictures with my cell phone for really nice, good quality photos. These snapshots from this are okay. Shoots good video, but then when you take snapshot JPEGs, it's kind of a lower resolution quality wise. So I wanted to take a good picture with the camera. And as you can see, this is really starting to look beautiful. That is postcard right there. Welcome to Maine. I knew it was going to be nice this year, and we're not at peak foliage yet. Sometime between a week from now and a week from now, we'll come back this way at least 2, maybe 3 more times. So the other thing I found out is that they've been putting these Harris signs on people's property without their permission. Like right here, that is not somebody's property that would want signs on it. So they're just putting no signs there anywhere. This is not Harris country. But like I've always said, I'm not going to rip up signs. I really don't think signs really convince anybody who they're going to vote for. It's more of a tradition, if you think about it. Because back in the day, you had people that didn't have internet. You had television ads, and you had televised debates. So televised debates used to be important because people didn't have other ways to get the information on how the candidates stood. Now you have all this TV media, social media, websites, radio. I mean, they had radio then too, but the reach now is, internet radio. You do a podcast, a video streamed podcast in this country, and you can reach millions of people. And you couldn't do that. You could on nationwide radio, like the fireside chats that the president used to do. And RFK still does that, by the way. It's really nice. And Trump should do that if he's elected. Do a fireside chat. Doesn't have to do it every weekend, but could do it every couple weeks. Do a fireside video chat and talk about the news of that week, where they got it wrong. And I think that would be really good. So anyway, I don't think all these yard signs really do a whole lot, other than to let you know which one of your neighbors is your enemy. I don't see the purpose it serves. I don't think it really convinces people. And the Kamala campaign has been all about making her look more popular and more valid than she really is. So, anyway, just my thoughts. So we will march on. We'll keep the torches lit for Donald Trump. We'll pray that he gets in the White House. We got a Bible, a leather-bound Bible. We'll pray for President Trump. If you skipped ahead in the video and you don't know where the Bible comes from, well, I found a Bible somebody threw on the side of the road, and I couldn't leave it there. It's got a couple of pages that are wet, but this should be just fine. I'll take it home and dry it out and bend whatever bent pages are back. I cannot, in good conscience, leave the Bible on the side of the road. I will give it a new home if I cannot find the owner. Most people put their name inside their Bible and stuff, but I don't think there's something in there that says, if lost, return it to. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to the house and make something to eat for supper, and Israel is still there. And the other thing that Trump said that really alarms me, and he's right, is he said if he doesn't get elected, Israel is done for. It's not going to exist anymore. And the Bible says different. It says that all of the nations, most of the nations in the world will turn their back at Israel when Israel needs it. That's what we're seeing right now, and that's in the Bible. That's in the book of Revelations. So, it's not a fluke. So that's definitely not a fluke. And as you know, I believe in this stuff. I am a believer. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. And, you know, this is dire times. And this is what it's all about. This has all been prophesized. And people hearing this can roll their eyeballs, look at the ceiling, do what you want, but tell me where I'm wrong. They have turned their back on Israel, and they're being attacked. So this goes way back longer than we've been a nation, and people historically, they just refuse to look at it, look at it that way. And but here we are. Anybody can see it. If you've read the book of Revelations, which I have, it's pretty wild reading. And it's, I guess I would just highly recommend it. And if you don't understand the text as written in the Bible, because sometimes it can be difficult to decipher, there are what you call Bibles for Christian, Bibles for idiots, I'll call it, which basically explains everything in plain language so you can understand it. And those are good too. So, we'll soldier on. We'll finish off this walk. I'll be getting to the 3-mile mark up ahead at some point. Well, this looked really nice today. We got another nice video stretch coming up. Excuse me. I've got the plague. So we'll head on up this way. I think somebody has some basement problems there. Looks like they have a sump pump that's pushing water out of a hose into their driveway. We haven't had any massive rain or anything, so they must be having a pipe problem or something. Maybe their water heater gave out. That's one of those most commonly misstated things. People will call it a hot water heater. It doesn't heat hot water. The water's already hot, you don't need a heater. Ha! Anyway. So if I cannot find the owner of this Bible, I will keep it and use it. I have a family Bible from the late 50s that has my mother's handwriting in it, keeping track of people that were born, when they were baptized, that sort of thing. The cover on it is damaged, it unglued, it needs to be repaired, so I never use it. I have a paperback Bible that I flip through sometimes, but I think I'll use this one. It's leather bound. I think I will do that. Got some people here doing some stuff. Let's see if we see any turkeys today. Are we going to see any turkeys today? Any gobblers? Now I feel really bad that I found a Bible and I'm talking about all this stuff after starting my walk off angry and swearing and cussing. One thing you'll never hear me do though is you're never going to hear me use the Lord's name in vain. I don't say those words. I haven't for a good 30 years. I used to when I was younger. Now it's just a thing I decided not to do. It's one of the commandments. If you think about it, that's what it says. Thou shalt not use God's name in vain. That means when you hit your thumb with something, you say, "Geez, geez-um," or something weird. Just don't say the other one like that, because that's what we got. So anyway, that's what we do, and so it's just one of those personal things that you got to do and make changes for. And we'll see if there's any turkeys out here any place. I don't think so, but it's nice out here. So anyway, I don't swear like that, which is good actually, I think, not to do that. So there should be a nice stretch walking through here that'll look nice today. It's kind of funny, I walked by that house and then I was talking and I said, "Geez," like that, and those two guys were looking at me like, who the hell is this guy talking to himself? What is his problem? Hopefully they saw the camera so they don't think I'm crazy. So now we're at 3.5 miles, like I knew we were going to be. And I'm just going to be quiet and record this stretch through here. Certainly is beautiful out here. Maine is nice to look at, I'll tell you that much. It even smells nice. The air is fresh. There's no bad pollution odor. There's nothing. I mean, it's clean. And if you're watching this and you live here, then, well, you already know that. But I'm not seeing any gobblers today. See somebody up ahead walking a dog. You can see the sun is trying to peek out. I don't think it's going to today, though. Don't think it's going to today. Trying. There it is up there, trying to find a hole. I can hear a duck laughing at us. I don't know if you caught that or not. Definitely a nice looking walk today. I can hear ducks out on the water. Big body of water through these trees. I don't know if you could see some of it through there. I can hear some ducks. They're ducking up a storm. The only thing that would make this day more perfect is if we finally get some alpacas out here. Nope, I don't see them out here. Damn things are never out here. They get a pen there and I never see them in it. Wonder if they just come out like early in the morning. Nope. Nobody around. So we'll head on up this way, get some more fall foliage. Got a beekeeper's bees back there, way in the back. You gotta watch out for black bears. They like to eat the bees' honey. Hi. Nice looking dog. So we'll head on up this way. And this is that honor system. You got camp wood for $5 and you leave money in the jar. You can come by here and pick up some wood. showed that to you before. Got an old car there, that looks cool. So we'll see how this looks out here. Well, the leaves out here aren't fully turned yet, but pretty soon all those trees you see there are all going to be different colors. Not quite yet, not yet. We do have a few early ones that look nice, as you can see. And we will be getting some more. Make no mistake about that. This guy's got a Trump sign across the street. I've seen that before. All I have is a Trump flag. I've got a Trump flag out. It's gotten me a couple of middle fingers, and I got yelled at effing racist one time. There it is. Here's the Trump one. We just hit 4 miles. We got 4 miles in the books. Well, I'll give this guy room here. I gotta tell you though, my heart sank watching that video of about 100 hypersonic missiles slamming into Tel Aviv. I don't even want to know how many people died. It's not going to be good. They're fighting for their survival. I have no idea why the rest of the world isn't getting behind them. You know, war is not pretty. It's not. People die in war. They've tried for a long time to avoid having one. But people came into their country and slaughtered, raped, murdered, beheaded babies. The Western world propaganda tried to say that that's not what happened, and you know, then we saw it. We saw that it is what happened. It's the same thing with Trump. Every time something Trump comes out with, you know, the left has to find a way to say it isn't true, it didn't happen, that's not what it is. And then eventually, well, I guess it was, but Trump's an a-hole anyway. They do the same thing with Israel. Probably because Trump supports Israel. As odd as that is. Because I just cannot understand why people would not want to support Israel with all these Muslim extremists that want to eliminate us. They want us dead, people. You and me that's watching this right now, they want you dead. sometime in the future, these Muslims are going to take over Europe and they're going to kill the white people. I really believe that. That's my opinion. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. Because radicals will take over. Radical Islam will keep all the non-radical Islam people in line through very vicious, horrible means. And it's too late. They've already let them in. They're infiltrating government now under woke politics. Under the guise of woke politics that, trust me, they don't really care about that. They don't. They're just doing like Kamala's doing what she has to get elected. And then you'll see who these people really are. Just like you're gonna see who Kamala really is if she wins. Everything she's saying right now to get elected is never gonna happen. She's never gonna do it. She's not gonna close the border. She's not gonna do anything except create more chaos. We need to make a stand this year, right now. You need to get off your ass and contact people in your family that don't vote and get them to vote. Just send them a text. Say, please make sure you vote. It's very important. This will affect me and my family. The current way of things doesn't work, and we need to change this. You don't need to get in a big argument with people. Just my opinion. What do I know? Anyway, we'll finish out the rest of this walk. I got about 12% of the battery left. Don't know if that'll make it or not. I guess we'll find out. I do have another battery. But usually at the end, where that dump truck has the squeaky brakes, I usually stop recording not too far past that. We'll see if we make it. So anyway, we'll flip this around. Thank you for walking with me. Click like and subscribe, share the content. Hope you enjoyed the fall foliage today. I thought it was pretty nice. We got a delivery truck behind us. So, watch the debate tonight with J.D. Vance and Tampon Tim Walz. And that should be really interesting, I think. We're going to have Halloween coming up at some point. If we make it that far, hopefully last year's Halloween wasn't the last one we ever experienced. But these days in the news, you never know, folks. So, I'm going to sign off just up ahead here, outside this house that has a nice Trump flag with some pumpkins. And I got some pumpkins over here. I don't see any Trump flags though. There is across the street. We'll walk over this way. See the Trump flag. I want to thank everybody for watching. Say a prayer for us all. Say a prayer for Israel. And God bless America. See you on the next walk. Bye-bye, folks.